Studies have shown that the pandemic has disproportionately affected Black people in the United States. Yet some are still undecided about whether they will get the COVID-19 vaccine once it's available to them. Joining us now to talk about her experience and the work she's doing in the community to eliminate that fear is Dr. Nicole Swiner. Dr. Swiner, always good to have you on. And for our viewers who may not know, you are recovering from COVID-19. I want to ask, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. At this point, I think when I tested positive in December, I think it was a false positive because since then I've had my antibodies tested and they were negative. So I don't think I really had it. I think the test was just, for some reason turned up positive. So I'm feeling good.
Okay. And you didn't really have any symptoms then, or were you feeling anything? Okay. So you quarantined, though, based on your test results, as you should. And since then, you've returned to work and you've received both doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. Tell us how that went.
I have. So through the system that our office is affiliated with, we had access to the Pfizer vaccine. I've talked to you before about how I've had some questions of my own about the process and the approval, but I went ahead and did it just to protect myself, my patients, my family, because I'm going back into the workforce with patients. So I went ahead and did it and, feeling good.
Good. And certainly encouraging others to go ahead and get the vaccine as well.
Right, exactly. Either one, any of them that you can have access to, go ahead and get it.
Now, besides your private practice, you also serve as a community educator with Wake Research. Talk to us about your role.
Absolutely. So I've had the benefit of having the role of kind of patient advocate and community educator, particularly for those in the populations of minority and people of color groupings, because there clearly have been some discrepancies and some challenges with the trust of the healthcare group in general, just, getting people to trust the system and get the care that they need to have access to the knowledge and access to the information. So my main job is doing what I've been doing, which is sharing my personal story, sharing my advice, and trying to make the information as open and accessible to everyone as possible, along with telling folks about the vaccine research trials that are ongoing so that folks of all backgrounds can be volunteers and get the information that they would like. And particularly if you want Wake Research information, going to wakeresearch.com is a great start.
And we have just 20 seconds. What's your main message to the Black community to encourage them to get their vaccinations?
Yes, don't be afraid. Yes, there are side effects. You can probably see a little bit of redness here where I got my shot, but the biggest two side effects that I've had are hope and optimism. This is the next step. This is the step that we need to move forward. Talk to your primary care doctors and do not be afraid. It's okay. I had, mild chills, fever, aches, but I got over it. I'm good. We'll make it.
Thank you for sharing your experience. And as always, great to hear from you. Glad you're doing well, Dr. Swiner. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Y'all be safe.
You too.